Are you thinking of selling on eBay, but you're not sure where to start? Don't worry. This is your complete step by step guide on selling on eBay in 2024 and beyond. Now, I totally understand that as a beginner, one might feel that it's going to be a really complicated process. But trust me, I'm going to break the whole process in easy steps. I'm going to make it very beginner friendly, so don't worry and let's start. So, step one is basically signing up for eBay, which essentially means that you got to register yourself as a seller on eBay. And it's just going to ask you some basic details such as your name, your email ID, and some other info. Just make sure that all the info that you're going to put in is accurate to make sure that the next steps that need to be taken can be done as quickly as possible. So basically, when you want to first sign up, you'll have two choices on the page, as you can see on the screen right now. Either you can sign up as a private seller or you can register yourself as a business seller. Now, let me explain the difference between the two. So, the main difference is that if you're going to sell multiple items with the intention of making a profit and you're going to treat your eBay as a business and you're going to sell in large quantities quite frequently, then you'll have to register as a business. Whereas if you're going to just sell in smaller quantities, maybe one off, maybe the things that you already own, then that would be better to just register as a private seller. So basically, when you want to first sign up, you'll have two choices on the page, as you can see on the screen right now. Either you can sign up as a private seller or you can register yourself as a business seller. Now, let me explain the difference between the two. So, the main difference is that if you're going to sell multiple items, so steps two is basically eBay verification. So eBay basically verifies in two different ways. The first one is through email. They're going to send you an email and you're going to open it just to verify your email ID that you have provided when you open the account. And the second thing they're going to do is check your ID as well. So whether you have given them a passport or you provided them with a driving license, whatever form of ID you've provided them, they're just going to check to make sure that everything is okay. And once they are satisfied, they're going to give you a yes, and then you're ready to go to the next step. So, on to step number three, which is gaining credibility. Now, this step is such an essential one, and no one, especially the beginners, should never miss this one. And you can gain credibility by a lot of different ways, but I'm going to discuss the most important ones. So, one of the ways you can actually improve the credibility of your new eBay account as a seller is to improve your feedback scores. So, when you first start, you're going to have zero feedback, but as time goes on and you build your credibility, people will leave feedback for you. Another thing that you can do is basically at the beginning is just buy some stuff off eBay. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, it can be something as small and cheap. But the sellers can also leave feedback, so most of the people would probably leave some feedback, and that shows some activity on your account. And eBay knows that you are a trustworthy person and they are happy to have you on their platform. So, on to step number four, which is product research. Product research basically means that you're going to decide for yourself what exactly are you going to sell. It can be quite overwhelming as a new beginner, but don't worry, I've got tips and tricks and I'll tell you how to do it. So when doing product research and coming up with what are you going to sell, what you're going to do is just understand this basic principle. Now there are a lot of things that we need to look out for, but the main thing is basically the ratio of supply and demand. So you need to find a product which is in high demand, which basically means a lot of people are looking or searching for them on eBay, and the demand or the supply is actually low, which means that not a lot of people are actually selling it. So you need to find products that have low competition or not a lot of other sellers are selling it. So this is what a perfect product should look like. So basically, one of the tools that you can use for your product research when you're trying to come up with a product idea is Terapeak. It's a free tool provided by the eBay for their sellers to research what products are hot and what they're selling well. So what you need to look out for are two or three things. So you can just search for that particular product. So let's say if you want to sell dog beds, so you just put that in the search bar and you press enter, and then you'll get all this information that is highly valuable for you as a seller. So the first thing that you need to look out for is basically the revenue, the total revenue, which means And you can see that the number is really good here on the screen. And the second thing that you need to look out for, as I mentioned about the competition, you need to look how many other sellers are actually selling the product that you are interested in. So the lower the number, the better it is, which means it's low competition, which makes it easier for you as a beginner to sell that product and make some good sales. So once you have found a product that you're interested in selling on eBay, the next step is going to be to list your product. I'm going to make a detailed video about that because it's a long process and I want to explain that in full detail so that it's easy for you. So these are all the steps that you need to take as a complete beginner if you want to sell on eBay in 2024 and beyond. If you like this video and you found it helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel for more online selling related videos, and let's make our journey e-commerce together easier. Thank you so much for watching.